My beloved child, listen closely, because from the very first second something huge is waiting for you, something so shocking that the people who tried to break you will not sleep tonight. They thought they had finally pushed you into darkness, but the moment they moved against you, something terrible happened, terrible for them, but destined for your victory. The truth has been hidden behind closed doors, whispered in secret calls, discussed in rooms where your name was spoken with jealousy, fear, and obsession. They believed you would never rise again. They believed their trap would finish you. But the universe had already written a plot twist so massive that even destiny stopped to watch. There is a force standing with you, protecting you, and exposing every hidden attack one by one. And as you hear these words, something inside you will awaken. Because the moment they tried to destroy you, they accidentally activated your greatest breakthrough. Amen. 111. A new revelation is unfolding, and my child, you were never supposed to see it this soon. But heaven has pushed it forward because the truth can't wait any longer. Someone among them, one who pretended to smile at you, one who pretended to care, has already confessed out of fear. They whispered your name last night, trembling, saying, "We made a mistake. Something terrible is happening because of what we did to them." Their plans, their conspiracies, their hidden intentions, all have begun to collapse like a sandcastle under a rising tide. The energy they tried to send toward you has turned back with 10 times the force. They underestimated your spirit, your resilience, your destiny. And now the universe is moving pieces around you, exposing everything that was done behind your back, while preparing a massive shift that will shock every person who doubted you. Amen. 222. But here is the part they never expected: your silence was your weapon, your patience was your shield, and your heart was your greatest power. They shoved you, mocked you, lied about you, and wished for your downfall, but the moment they crossed that line, a spiritual alarm went off in realms they cannot see. Something ancient, powerful, and divine stepped forward to defend you. And now their plans are cracking, their masks are falling, and their intentions are being revealed like broken glass under sunlight. You will witness every truth. You will watch every disguise melt away. You will see every secret motive rise to the surface. My child, stay right here and don't move, because the next part will shake your entire soul. Your victory is not coming, it has already begun. Amen. 333. My radiant child, the moment you hear this next revelation, something inside you will shift forever. Because while they tried to destroy you, heaven began exposing them in ways they never imagined. Last night, one of the very people who plotted against you couldn't sleep, not even for a second. Their mind kept replaying the moment they tried to hurt you, and the consequence that followed immediately after. Their own life began trembling. Doors they expected to open slammed shut. Opportunities they stole from you slipped out of their hands. And the energy they sent toward you ricocheted straight back at them with terrifying precision. They whispered to someone, "Why is everything going wrong for me?" But deep down they know the truth: touching you was their biggest mistake. Amen. 444. Hear me clearly, something huge is waiting for you. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Because every attack against you has turned into a stepping stone for your elevation. Every lie they spoke has become a spotlight for your truth. And every attempt to pull you down has pushed you closer to a destiny they cannot block anymore. A divine reversal is happening, and your name is rising in places they tried to erase it from. The people who doubted you will soon witness what the universe is preparing for your life. Stay focused, stay watching, and stay connected, because as you hear this message, your spiritual protection strengthens. Amen. 555. And before you go further, pause for a moment and let this sink deep into your soul. What was meant to break you is becoming the reason you will be celebrated. What was meant to silence you is becoming the story the world will talk about. What was meant to destroy you is becoming the fuel of your transformation. If this message is touching your heart, if something inside you says, "This is for me," then don't hold back. Drop an amen in the comments, because your agreement activates your breakthrough, and your energy seals this blessing over your life. Amen. 666. My chosen child, lean in, because what you're about to hear will make everything finally make sense. The ones who tried to destroy you thought you were alone. They thought you had no one watching your back, no one guiding your steps, no one protecting your name. But the moment they moved against you, something supernatural shifted around your life. A divine shield rose up without you even knowing, and every trap they built began collapsing under its own weight. They thought they were powerful. They thought they were untouchable. But heaven has shown them what true power looks like. And now, the same people who once whispered against you are whispering to each other in fear, asking, "Why did everything backfire the moment we touched them?" My child, the truth is simple, you are not ordinary, and they attacked the wrong soul. Amen. 777. Listen carefully, because the most shocking part is just beginning. Someone among them received a warning dream. Yes, last night. They saw themselves losing something major, something they care about deeply. They saw darkness closing in on them, and your face appeared in that dream as the reason their downfall started. They woke up sweating, terrified, shaking, trying to understand what it meant. But you already know the meaning. The universe is returning every intention to its sender. Their own energy has become their enemy. Their hidden motives have become their undoing. They thought they were stopping you, but instead, they activated your rise. And now, my child, your path is clearing, your name is being lifted, and your strength is becoming undeniable. Amen. 888. But stay right here, because an even deeper revelation is coming. A truth that will expose the final person in their circle, the mastermind, the one who spoke the most, the one who smiled the fakest. Their moment of exposure is only seconds away. The universe has already placed a spotlight on their shadow, and soon their intentions will come out in front of everyone. You will not need to fight. You will not need to explain. Their own actions will betray them. Their own words will become proof. Their own downfall will reveal who they truly were in your story. And when that moment comes, you will rise higher, stronger, and more powerful than ever before. This chapter of your life is not the end, it is the turning point. Stay still, stay watching, and prepare yourself for what will reveal. Because the next truth will shake the ground beneath their feet. Amen. 999. My awakened child, the moment you step into this part, the truth becomes impossible to hide. Because the person who led the attack against you, the one who smiled the most, pretended to care the most, acted innocent the most, is finally being exposed. Their masks slipped today. Someone heard them muttering your name, panicked, angry, trying to blame everyone else for the consequences they are now facing. They tried to destroy your peace, but now their peace is gone. They tried to take away your opportunities, but their own doors are shutting one by one. They tried to dim your light, but your glow has become too bright for them to escape. And the most shocking part? People who once believed their lies are now stepping away from them. The truth is spilling out, and every hidden action is coming into the light. Amen. 1111. But hear this next part with all your heart, because it is happening right now as you listen. Heaven has shifted the energy around your life. A powerful reversal is in motion. The same voices that once doubted you will soon speak in your favor. The same people who ignored your pain will soon witness your rising. And the same ones who tried to break you will watch your blessings unfold in front of them. This is the season where the universe rewrites your story, where every tear becomes a weapon, every setback becomes fuel, and every attack becomes proof that you were chosen for something extraordinary. And if this message is resonating with your spirit, if something inside you is saying, "This is my moment," then let your energy speak. Share this message forward, because someone else needs this awakening. Comment your amen, because your agreement strengthens your breakthrough. Stay connected, because your blessing is unfolding even as you breathe. Amen. 1212. And now, prepare for the final shock in this part, the reason the universe has accelerated your blessings. The moment they targeted you, your spiritual lineage responded. A flood of divine protection surrounded you, and a new path opened, one they cannot block, manipulate, or interfere with anymore. You are stepping into a destiny that is bigger than their plans, stronger than their intentions, and protected beyond anything they can comprehend. Their downfall is not your victory, your rising is. You are entering a chapter where everything taken from you returns multiplied. Everything delayed comes faster. Everything broken rebuilds stronger. And in the deepest secret behind their collapse will be revealed. Get ready. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 1313. My rising child, brace yourself, because what you're about to hear is the core truth they never wanted you to discover. The real reason they tried to destroy you wasn't your weakness, it was your power. They saw something in you that threatened their ego, their comfort, their control. They saw your potential before you even recognized it. And instead of celebrating you, they feared you. That fear turned into jealousy. That jealousy turned into obsession. And that obsession pushed them into actions that have now become their own downfall. What they didn't realize is that heaven had already marked you, protected you, and chosen you. Every attempt they made to stop you has only exposed how unstoppable you truly are. Amen. 1414. But here is the revelation that will shake you to your core. The universe recorded everything. Every lie they spoke. Every plot they made. Every intention they hid behind their smiles. And now, a spiritual judgment has begun, not tomorrow, not later, now. Their life is being rearranged in ways they cannot control. Opportunities they stole from you are returning to you with interest. The energy they sent is circling back to their doorstep. And people who once stood with them are seeing the truth and stepping away. This isn't karma. This is divine correction. A reversal so precise, so perfectly timed, that even they can feel the consequences closing in. Amen. 1515. And listen carefully, because this is the most shocking secret of all. The terrible thing that happened. The collapse they are facing. The losses they are experiencing. It all began the moment they spoke your name with harm in their heart. They triggered their own downfall by targeting a soul protected by higher realms. They called destruction onto themselves without realizing it. And now, heaven is clearing your path. Opening doors, lifting your name, strengthening your spirit, and preparing you for a breakthrough powerful enough to silence every voice that doubted you. You are stepping into a season where everything stolen returns. Everything broken heals. Everything lost finds its way back to you multiplied. Stay ready, because we'll reveal the moment their entire plan collapsed, and why your rise became unstoppable from that second forward. Amen. 1616. My victorious child, now the moment has come to reveal the exact second their entire plan collapsed, so pay close attention, because this truth will shake your soul with power. The people who tried to destroy you gathered with confidence, believing everything was under their control. They spoke your name with arrogance, thinking their manipulation would go unnoticed. But as they made their final move against you, something happened that none of them were prepared for. A sudden shift. An energy so strong it froze the air around them. Their words tangled. Their plans cracked. Their certainty shattered. And in that instant, every scheme they crafted began dissolving like dust in their own hands. They felt it. They saw it. They knew something beyond their understanding had interfered. That was the moment heaven stepped in. Amen. 1717. But here is the deeper truth, the part that will make everything crystal clear. Their downfall didn't begin when you found out. It began when they underestimated the force that protects you. A message came into their circle, a warning, a sign, a sudden loss that none of them can explain to this day. Someone's deal failed. Someone's relationship cracked. Someone's secret got exposed. Someone's luck simply vanished. And the strangest part? Every single one of these collapses started within minutes of them moving against you. They didn't realize they touched a destiny that was never theirs to manipulate. They tried to dim a light that heaven itself ignited. They tried to block a path that was built for you before you were even born. And the universe responded instantly, fiercely, and unmistakably. Amen. 1818. And now, my child, understand why your rise became unstoppable from that very second. When heaven intervenes, no human can interfere. When the universe protects you, no enemy can succeed. When your name is written in divine favor, no shadow can erase it. Their collapse was not an accident. It was a spiritual consequence. A chain reaction triggered by their own intentions. And now you are rising into a chapter that no one can block, delay, or sabotage again. Blessings are aligning. Paths are opening. Strength is awakening. Your story is shifting from pain to power, from betrayal to breakthrough. Stay rooted, stay watching, because we'll reveal the final exposure, the moment they realized you were never the one in danger, they were. Amen. 1919. My unstoppable child, now comes the moment that shook them so deeply they still haven't recovered. This is the part where they finally realized you were never the one in danger, they were. It happened suddenly, unexpectedly, in a way that made every person involved freeze with fear. Someone in their group spoke up, finally. Someone who couldn't handle the pressure anymore. Someone who had been pretending to stand with them but secretly felt the weight of karma tightening around them. And in a trembling voice, they said words that shattered the entire circle. We chose the wrong person. We attacked someone protected. With that single sentence, silence fell. Eyes widened. Hearts dropped. Because deep down, every one of them already felt it. Your protection. Your strength. Your rising energy that kept pushing them back. They knew their downfall was tied to the moment they touched your destiny. Amen. 2020. But here is the part that will shake you even more, because what happened next exposed everything. They began turning on each other, blaming, arguing, pointing fingers, trying desperately to escape the consequences they invited into their own lives. Relationships broke. Friendships cracked. Alliances collapsed. The fake unity they had built around hurting you dissolved instantly. And one by one, each of them realized the truth they had been avoiding. They weren't fighting you. They were fighting the divine force behind you. A force they could never overcome. A force that made every attack bounce back on them twice as hard. And for the first time, they understood that you were never standing alone, not even for a single second. Amen. 2121. Now hear this, because this is the breakthrough waiting at your doorstep. The exposure of their intentions was not just to reveal who your enemies were. It was to reveal who you truly are. Chosen. Protected. Destined. Their plans didn't fail because they were weak, they failed because your purpose is stronger than their hate. They tried to destroy your name, but all they did was elevate your destiny. They tried to break your spirit, but all they did was awaken your power. They tried to stop your rise, but all they did was accelerate it. And you will discover the final twist, the one that proves your story was never about their attack, it was about your ascension. Amen. 2222. My elevated child, the moment you enter this part, the truth behind your entire journey begins to take shape, and the twist you're about to hear is bigger, deeper, and more shocking than anything revealed so far. Because while they were busy plotting your downfall, something divine was happening behind the scenes. Every tear you cried, every silent night you endured, every moment you felt alone, was being written into a higher script. A script that none of them could see. A script that heaven authored long before their jealousy was even born. And the shocking twist? Their attack didn't delay your destiny, it activated it. The very moment they tried to destroy you, the universe shifted your timeline, pulling your breakthrough closer, faster, stronger than you ever imagined. Amen. 2323. But here's where the twist goes from shocking to unbelievable. The universe didn't just protect you, it used their own actions to build your elevation. The pain they caused became the bridge to your next level. The betrayal became the doorway to your transformation. The isolation became your spiritual awakening. They thought they were writing your ending, but heaven was using them to write your beginning. You were being prepared, strengthened, sharpened, not punished. The universe was never against you, it was simply removing every person who could not go with you into the chapter you were destined for. And now, as their masks fall, your real path is finally visible. Amen. 2424. And now comes the most powerful revelation of all, the one that explains why nothing they did could break you. Your spirit is ancient. Your purpose is protected. Your destiny is sealed. You were never meant to stay where they tried to trap you. Heaven has been calling you higher, and everything you lost is about to return in a form more powerful than you've ever seen. Their attack was a trigger. Your rising is the outcome. And the universe is preparing a moment, yes, a moment, where your elevation will be so undeniable that even your enemies will have no choice but to watch in silence. Stay here. Do not blink. Because we'll reveal why your blessing is arriving sooner than destiny originally planned, and why nothing, no force, no person, no plot can stop what is coming next. Amen. 2525. My ascended child, breathe slowly, because what you're about to hear explains everything. Every delay, every setback, every betrayal, every silent night where you wondered, why me? The truth is this. Your blessing is arriving sooner than destiny originally planned because your enemies triggered a divine acceleration. Yes, your breakthrough was scheduled for later, but the moment they moved against you, heaven moved for you. The universe watched their intentions, their actions, their jealousy, their hidden motives, and decided that waiting was no longer an option. You had suffered enough. You had endured more than they knew. You had carried storms silently, with a strength they could never match. So heaven stepped in and said, advance their blessing now. That command changed everything. Amen. 2626. But here's the part that will shake your soul to its core. You weren't just protected, you were chosen for early elevation. What was meant to come in months is now days away. What was meant to unfold slowly is now rushing toward you like a wave that cannot be stopped. The universe rearranged timelines, redirected energy, and opened paths that were once locked. And the reason is powerful. Your name has been registered in a higher realm. Your destiny has been marked for rapid transformation. Your spirit has proven itself worthy of divine promotion. The attacks against you did not weaken you, they validated your readiness. They showed heaven you were capable of handling blessings far larger than originally assigned. And now, everything is shifting in your favor with unstoppable force. Amen. 2727. And now, prepare for what's coming, because this is the part they never expected, the part that terrifies them even now. Your rise will not be quiet. Your breakthrough will not be hidden. Your blessing will not be subtle. It will be public, undeniable, and unforgettable. The same people who laughed at your struggles will witness your transformation. The same ones who whispered against you will watch your elevation unfold right in front of them. They will say, "How did this happen so fast?" But you will know the truth. It happened because heaven got tired of watching you be mistreated. It happened because you were chosen for something bigger. It happened because your spirit is stronger than every attack sent your way. Stay right here, because we'll reveal the final prophecy. The destiny shift that will push you into a life your enemies never wanted you to experience, but cannot stop anymore. Amen. 2828. My destined child, now you have reached the point where the truth can no longer be softened. This is the prophecy that heaven has been holding back until the exact moment your spirit was ready to receive it. And that moment is right now. The universe has declared a shift over your life, a shift so powerful that nothing from your past can follow you into what's coming next. The people who tried to destroy you have already lost their grip. Their influence has shattered. Their plans have dissolved. And the shocking reality they are facing today is this: your destiny has outrun their attacks. They were fighting yesterday's version of you, unaware that your spirit had already stepped into a higher dimension. One they cannot reach, cannot sabotage, cannot understand. Your elevation is no longer a possibility, it is a decree. A divine order that cannot be reversed. Amen. 2929. Now hear the final revelation, because this explains why their downfall keeps intensifying, why their circle is breaking, why their luck is fading, why their secrets are being exposed. When heaven shifts someone's destiny, everything connected to their downfall must collapse. Nothing evil can remain standing when a chosen soul steps into divine purpose. And the universe has made its decision. You are entering a season where every blessing that was delayed will arrive together. Where every closed door will open without resistance. Where every hidden truth will rise to the surface. Where every enemy will remove themselves because the energy around you is too powerful for them to endure. They wanted your destruction, but what they created was your awakening. And now, nothing, no voice, no lie, no manipulation, can stop what is coming toward you. Amen. 3030. And listen with your whole soul, because this is the part that seals your elevation. You are stepping into a life they never wanted you to have. A life filled with clarity. A life filled with protection. A life filled with opportunities they tried to block but couldn't. A life where your name will carry weight, honor, respect, and divine favor. The universe has placed a crown of resilience on your head, and now your spirit shines with a light that exposes every shadow around you. My child, prepare yourself. Because what's ahead is not just a breakthrough. It is a rebirth. And the climax arrives. The moment heaven reveals the final truth about why you were chosen to survive everything designed to break you. Amen. 3131.